So the faithfuls were able to pull it off. All right, so we finally made it to the last episode of season 3, and we left off from last episode where we had a cliffhanger, and we see that Brittany decides to vote out Danielle. Which, strategy-wise, I really do think that that was really a good move. So we see them go through their last challenge, which I'm just going to skip over that and get to the meat and potatoes of this. Dylan, we saw, was very suspicious of Brittany, and he was just not going to take her to the end. So he comes up with a plan to get rid of her, and when he kind of lays out his thoughts on why he thinks she is a traitor, Brittany ends up flipping it on him, but Brittany just came off too aggressive. Like, her behavior was very traitor-like, like very defensive, very raw. So she was behaving like a traitor. But the thing that got me was when Brittany decided to flip it, Dylan was then like offended, like, oh, how dare you come for me? Like, what do you mean you're coming for me? Like, he was just appalled that anybody could call him a traitor. But in the end, Brittany couldn't pull it off, and she was banished. And the new kind of thing for this season was that the final person that was banished before the final round, banishment session outside, that person wouldn't be revealed there, whether they were traitor or faithful. So the faithful at that time would not get to know whether Brittany was actually a faithful or a traitor. So we get to the final banishment and outside, and of course all of the faithful. So who actually ended up winning was Dylan, Dolores, Ivan, and Gabby. I really thought that Dolores was going to do something really crazy at the end. That would have been hilarious, but she surprised me. She did not. They all, their fire all blazed in green. So congratulations to the faithful. But to think of it, the prize pot at the end was like $204K, I believe. So that's about 50,000, a little over 50,000 per person. And then after taxes, that's about 30K. So somebody, if you know, do they get an additional appearance fee? I'm assuming that they get an additional appearance fee for actually just participating in the show or just showing up, because just 30,000, and you have to think about it. Survivor is $1 million. Big Brother is 750,000. So I don't know. I'm hoping that for future seasons that they up the prize, because that really is, in the grand scheme of game show winnings, of course, to the everyday person, I know that's a lot of money, but to those people who play those types of games, 30,000 is just not a lot of money. We get to the reunion and everyone really looks good. I'll say that everyone looks good. The thing that immediately pissed me off was just how much Ayan is an attention whore. Like, that lady is begging to be on TV and to get attention. And I'm kind of glad that the Real Housewives of Dubai, because they were kind of low-key boring anyway, that it was canceled. But that was just between her and, what's the other lady name? Is it Dorit or Dorinda? I can't even remember. But you can tell that they just like, girl, this isn't a Housewives reunion. Like, calm down. You wasn't even on the show that long. I don't understand where this anger is coming from. Just pipe down. But I will say that I like Bob the Drag Queen's outfit, his costume. I actually like Danielle's dress. And I'm glad that she was able to get that award. I forgot what it was for. Was it like a Oscar-worthy performance? But I'm glad she got something. I would prefer that was actual money, but I'm glad she was recognized. But overall, everyone really did look good. It was good to see Tom. He still is aloof and just being Tom. Boston Rob really did. I think Andy pointed it out that he just needed a good tailor for his suit. But at least he didn't have on the hat. I was also happy to see Danielle taking accountability for everything that she was doing throughout the season. Like, she's a gamer. Like, I don't know, like I'm Team Danielle, so I'm a little bit biased, but even the part where she was like swearing on her grandchildren, like she admitted to all of that. And she was also discussing something about, there was a rumor that she actually broke her NDA and told Brittany that she was a traitor. And she addressed that, but I don't believe they addressed the part of where that rumor came from. And I believe allegedly that rumor came from Carolyn, but I don't think Carolyn was asked that question. And speaking of Carolyn, she was there. I don't believe that Carolyn was asked enough questions about just a lot of things. And of course, she was just still making those faces, and she's just so, I don't even want to attempt to make those faces. But yeah, I needed them to ask Carolyn more questions. And Danielle and Brittany definitely should not ever play a competition game ever again. I think that they can maintain a cordial, like, industry gamer relationship, but outside of that, they definitely should not play another game again, and they definitely just should go in knowing that they can't trust each other. So I also like that they were giving Boston Rob his props and like giving like a flashback. And even Sierra mentioned like, hey, Rob, I saw like you look good now, but back in the day, you was that dude. It was good to see him get some recognition, because I think a lot of people outside of the Survivor world now knows, well, to a certain extent, who Boston Rob is. I don't think those people outside of the Survivor world understands the master strategist that he is, or what he's done. Like, they don't know the backstory. So like I said in my first video when I was reviewing Traitors, like, if Boston Rob shows up, vote him out first. Are you dumb? Like, what do you mean you're keeping Boston Rob around? That's just not smart, given what we know. But more people know now, so yeah, it's always good to see Rob. But yeah, so overall, the reunion was very, very good. It was, I thought it was it an hour? I don't know. The cast, I can't remember. I don't remember some of the people that were there from earlier. That one guy, like, some people, of course you have bigger personalities. But yeah, I thought the reunion was good. In terms of who I would like to see for season 4, I have a few ideas. Let me get my notebook. So I have my notebook. So what I am thinking, and I know this may not be feasible given just what has happened between her and the network, I would like to see Nene Leakes there. I think it would be great TV, of course, because of Nene Leakes. She's legendary. I would love to see it. I would also like to see Miss Quad, because she's dramatic. Again, great TV. Preston from Summer House Martha's Vineyard, I would like to see him. Kenya Moore, of course, who's getting not enough screen time on this season of Real Housewives of Atlanta, which is sad, but yeah, I would like to see her. I would like to see Candace Dillard from the Real Housewives of Potomac. Taylor from Big Brother, the Big Brother winner, I'd like to see her. And then there's this guy, I think his name is Yam Yam, if I can remember correctly. He won Survivor. I think he was on the season with Carolyn. I would like to see him on there as well. So yeah, if that could be my picks, for some of the picks for next season, I would love to see it. But yeah, guys, so we made it through another episode, another season of the Traitors. Hopefully we get a new season maybe later on this year. I don't know. I just started watching these, I think it's season 3 of the UK version. So yeah, hopefully we'll get another US season later on this year, but who knows. Let me know in the comments below, what did you think of the season? What didn't you like? Just whatever. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.